hard-favored tyrant, ugly, meager, lean. Hateful divorce of love, thus chides she death. Grim grinning ghost, earth's worm, what dost thou mean to stifle beauty and to steal his breath? Who, when he lived, his breath and beauty set gloss on the rose, smell to the violet. On August 9th, 1969, a stately southern mansion opened its doors to the public of Disneyland, inviting guests to meet its 999 spirited inhabitants. That same year, a souvenir album presenting a lively audio play of the mansion's story was released, and is still cherished by many to this day. Are you getting a sense of déjà vu, intrepid listeners? That's because, for this year's Halloween revival, we are digging up the past in more ways than one. As some of you may recall, we concocted the tribute to that original record for the 45th anniversary of that opening. But what you are about to hear is a proper reimagining. So please, allow us the opportunity to serve you this macabre delicacy as we tell a new story and song of the Haunted Mansion.
Have you ever seen a haunted house? You know the kind I mean. That old, dark house that's usually at the end of a dimly lit street. The owners haven't been seen for years. No one really knows why. The windows are broken and boarded, and the shutters hang loose on their hinges. The trees have grown wild. Their branches brush against the sides of the weathering house, making strange noises in the night. There's a high, vine-covered fence around the property. Is it there to keep somebody out? Or is it there to keep something inside? It's a house that people avoid walking past at night. Strange sounds come from within the walls, and it's said that eerie lights have been seen both in the attic windows and in the graveyard at the side of the house. Our story revolves around this mysterious mansion.
Oh, geez, the weather's really starting to look bad, Mike.
It's probably just heat lightning. Look, we're almost there. 5 minutes tops and we'll head home. It's just, through that gate.
Oh my god, you weren't kidding! Oh, that's wild. We didn't have anything like this in my old town. How long has this place been empty?
At least 50 years. Everyone has a different story about it. Some say it was first built by the pirate, Jean Lafayette.
Really? I don't know. And also, it's pronounced Lafitte, not Lafayette. The architecture looks antebellum enough so it's feasible, but that would mean Lafitte would have had to build it after his pardon following the Battle of New Orleans.
Karen?
But Lafitte was busy being a spy and smuggler during that period, and I doubt he would have wanted to build a mansion, let alone the time
Karen, don't go history nerd on me.
Then don't give me something to history nerd over, Mike.
It's just a story. Truth is, no one really knows who built it or how many people lived there, only that it's abandoned now. It's one of our town's big mysteries.
And you're telling me no one has been inside to check it out?
Well, I didn't count everyone who's been around, but no one that I know of. I've seen an old guy with a shovel on the grounds, some kind of gardener or handyman, but I think he just takes care of the outside.
Well, then at least someone's got a vested interest in it. Also, it doesn't do much to make it less spooky in the dark.
On a stormy night, no less.
You sure know how to impress a girl.
Okay, well that concludes Mike's tour of cool local landmarks. We should get going.
What? Really? Now I kind of want to go exploring.
You were the one worried about the weather. And besides, we couldn't even if we wanted to. The gate, it's locked.
You mean this gate?
Yeah, that gate.
Come on, dude. You said 5 minutes tops, and it hasn't even been, 30 seconds?
5 minutes of looking, not trespassing.
Alright, well, last one to the porch gets soaked.
Alright. But only because getting drenched was not how I wanted to spend my evening.
Mike and Karen ran toward the old house, through the old iron gate and onto the porch for protection. Protection? If only they had known.
There. Should be nice and dry here, at least until the storm blows over.
If it blows over soon. We told your parents we'd be back by midnight.
It's not even close to that time yet. We're good. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is exactly the kind of old mansion you'd see the haunt trackers explore.
Ugh, not those hacks.
They are not hacks. They're on the cutting edge of the paranormal scene. We've been over this.
Only because they freak out over every little dust orb that floats by their cameras. That's not research. That's television. And the host is a total charlatan.
Norm Bloodsoe is a passionate investigator. That's all. He's not afraid to get into the thick of things, unlike some people.
Is that why he wears a respirator randomly when the rest of his team doesn't? He's in the thick of things?
You're impossible.
You mean practical. That show got canceled for a reason. Speaking of, we're not going to be dry for long here. This porch has seen better days, and... What are you doing?
Door's unlocked. We'll be drier inside.
Karen, this is flat out breaking and entering.
Look, the gate being open seemed like a fluke, but the front door too? It's like this house is begging us to come in. Where's your sense of curiosity?
Back outside at the gate! This is different! What if we get caught?
You said yourself the house is abandoned. And look, it's fine. It's just an old foyer. Judging by the cobwebs, no one's been here for ages.
Good evening.
Did you hear that?
That's it? I'm out.
What? The door!
It's stuck. I can't get it.
Let me try. God, it won't budge.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers, and strange and frightening sounds echo through the halls, whenever candlelights flicker where the air is deathly still, that is the time when ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight.
Oh my god, a class 1 vocal manifestation. I can't believe it!
Are you kidding me right now? That's the first conclusion you draw.
What else could it be?
Is clearly coming from a hidden speaker, probably behind that marble bust over there, and the door is automated. This has fake written all over it. Hey, sir! Sir! We're sorry we trespassed. We'll leave if you open the door, and, please don't call the police.
Oh, there's no turning back now. You will not be harmed, but you will not be released until you take a tour of my home. We have so few visitors. Live ones, that is.
Okay, I get it. This is like an escape room, right?
I don't know, Mike. Why would someone build an escape room in this abandoned mansion?
Why not? It would explain the caretaker I've seen. Probably prepping the place. This must be like a dry run. If we play along, we'll find a way out.
That's the best explanation you can come up with?
Do you have a better one?
Yes, a genuine class 1 vocal manifestation.
Ooh, I like this one.
Can't be serious.
Good sir, if I may, What should we call you?
I am your host. Your ghost host.
No real ghost has dialogue that corny.
Well, I'm Karen, and this is Mike. We would
Thanks.
be more than happy to take a tour of your haunted mansion.
Very well, foolish mortals. Kindly step this way. Our tour begins here, in this ghostly gallery.
Karen, with all due respect,
Mm-hmm.
this is weird and creepy, and there's no way you really actually believe.
Yes, I am aware, Mike. I'm playing along. Now shut up. This is our best bet no matter what's going on.
Here you will see paintings of some of our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state.
Mike, when the door slid shut...
I know. It blended right in with the wall. There's no other exits.
Look about you. Examine everything carefully.
Yep. Definitely an escape room.
We should be recording this.
I barely have enough power on my phone to use the flashlight. We can't lose that here. I'm also showing no signal.
Yeah, me neither. What's that?
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Your trusting mortal eyes tell you that these walls are stretching. Logic says, no, 'tis mere hallucination. Yet your logic cannot deny that this chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers a rather logical challenge to find a way out. There's always my way.
Lightning flashed from above the room, illuminating the attic area. There seemed to be no roof. From the rafters, a corpse swayed, dangling from a taut rope.
Are you okay? I can't see a thing.
I'm fine. My battery's dead, though. Yours too?
I'm afraid so. Jeez, did you see that?
I wish I hadn't. I thought it was going to fall on us. The special effects here are...
Alas for him! Alas! Alas! Alas!
Now! There's a talking raven!
An exit! Follow that bird!
At least there's light in the next room.
Mike and Karen found themselves in a dimly lit hall. On the left side were windows revealing a grotesque landscape, frequently illuminated by the lightning flashes. On the opposite side of the corridor were large portraits. When the lightning flashed, these paintings turned into decaying corpses.
This is so cool. The haunt trackers would flip if they saw all this stuff.
You're actually enjoying this, aren't you?
And why not? You heard what the ghost host said. We're on a guided tour.
So, where is our guide?
Right here.
Oh my god!
Forgive me if I frightened you prematurely. The real chills come later. Now, as they say, look alive, and we'll continue our little tour.
Hold up, you disembodied creep! Look, I get all this is supposed to be your grand display of spooky stuff and all, but, you expect to fool anyone with that talking raven?
Of all the things we've seen, you're hung up on the raven?
Yeah! You're trying to convince me this frickin' fun house is actually haunted?
I would be careful around that raven. It would appear a restless spirit has taken possession of its wretched being, and it may want to better itself. I promise you, your safety will be guaranteed if you stick together and follow my lead. Should you deviate from the tour, well, I'd hate to lose you so soon. Come along now.
Is that a threat?
We better do as he says, Mike. It's our best bet for getting out of here.
Fine. But I'm still waiting for the puzzle element of this experience to kick in.
Mike and Karen walked down the long, tapering corridor. There seemed to be a light at the far end, pitch blackness behind them. The hallway made a sharp turn into an eerily lit limbo of boundless mist and decay. The furnishing and walls were covered with cobwebs.
There's no way a room this big should be able to fit in this house.
Okay, this is kind of crazy. Where do we go from here?
I think I see a staircase over there. Looks like we're going upstairs.
Are you sure? There could be another exit.
If you feel like stumbling through that green fog over there, be my guest.
Obvious staircase it is.
As they climbed to the second floor, they were greeted by an appalling cold. And this, as you know, is the traditional manifestation of the supernatural.
I hope you don't have an aversion to darkness and cold. But you see, we spirits are sensitive to light, and every consideration has been given to our comfort here in this delightfully dreary place.
I definitely have to hand it to your interior decorator. Loving the faces in the wallpaper.
Every room has wall-to-wall creeps and hot and cold running chills. But it has taken time to give it that comfortable, unlived-in look.
Okay, now that we've reached the landing, where to?
Well, looks like we have 2 corridors to choose from. That one... Whoa. Mike, are you seeing this?
I'm seeing it. It keeps going and going. There's something glowing down there. What is that? A candelabra?
God, jeez!
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but that raven almost hit me right in the face.
It went down the other corridor. I can't believe I'm saying this, but... should we follow it?
I don't know. The long hall looks interesting. Let's follow the raven.
Right.
The kids turned their backs on the endless corridor and stepped into the room where the raven had vanished. They were in an old conservatory, a room cluttered with decaying flowers and plants. Broken windows allowed them to see the outside. And there below was the private graveyard. Even though the rain was falling hard and a natural fog choked the gravestones. The rain was coming in through the broken windows. The air was damp and had a musty smell. The raven was perched on a large box in the center of the room.
A coffin. Great.
A funeral in progress? I guess? Based on the plants and wreaths in here, I think that's safe to assume.
Alright. Ghost host, what now? No hints? No details? Some tour.
Mike, please don't try to tick off our host. Also, there's a door over there, so we could just...
Oh, I know what this is. This is our first real challenge in this interactive haunt. We have to puzzle out what's in the coffin. Let's see.
What are you gonna do?
So watch this. Anyone home?
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Why not? Hey, this is tomb service.
That's why! Something's gonna bust its way out of that coffin!
Oh, come on. It's supposed to do that. It's just another gag trying to scare us. Here, shave and a haircut. See, it's got a sense of humor. Ah!
I told you!
You've disturbed a guest! You'll be sorry for that!
Mike and Karen ran out of the room into the dark hallway. They had passed several closed doors as they continued toward the far end. From each door they passed, natural and unnatural sounds came from within.
Hey, Karen! Wait up!
This is all your fault.
Mine? You're the one who insisted we go inside.
You're the one that woke the dead just now.
None of this is real, Karen, remember?
What makes you so sure?
For starters, it's all been moving objects, weird rooms, and spooky sounds. I'd like to point out that we haven't even seen a real ghost yet.
A fair point. Seeing is believing. It seems all our ghosts are dying to meet you. But unfortunately, they all seem to have trouble getting through. But our next stop on the tour should clear matters up. Follow my voice and be calm. You have a very active imagination. That's good.
They went into another room, dimly lit by flickering candles. There, an unusual seance seemed poised to begin. A misty crystal ball sat on a table in the center of the chamber, surrounded by aged and curled tarot cards.
Perhaps Madame Leota can establish contact. She has a remarkable head for materializing the disembodied.
Where is she? I see the crystal ball, but I don't see the madam.
Gaze into the crystal.
This better not turn into a jump scare. Oh, jeez. There's a head in there.
Did she blink? Oh man, she's smiling now. That's so cool.
We are about to participate in the seance. Repeat after me this incantation. A spell to bring to your eyes and ears ones who are bound in limbo. Kree-Crew.
Kree-Crew.
Vergo Geba.
Vergo Geba.
Kalto Kree.
Kalto Kree. Why are we playing along with this?
As Madame Leota invoked the spirits, objects floated about the room in response to her supplications.
Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Rap on the table. It's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Creepies and crawlies, toads in a pond, let there be music from regions beyond. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
All right, I admit this is really impressive.
Hey, Mike, there's something moving there in the corner.
It looks like smoke. There's another one.
Come now, we must leave this cozy little circle, for the spirits have received your sympathetic vibrations and are beginning to materialize.
The ghost host led Mike and Karen through another doorway and onto a balcony overlooking a grand hall. A party was taking place. One of the strangest parties you've ever seen. There was a long dining table covered with decaying food and withered flowers. Cobwebs were everywhere. It seemed to be a birthday party. And when the birthday ghost blew out the candles on a cake, several other ghosts disappeared. They reappeared when the ghost inhaled again. There was an elderly lady, rocking and knitting. When she rocked forward, she disappeared. When she rocked back, she too reappeared. Several ghosts were playing on the chandelier over the massive dining table. Others were waltzing while an organist played a haunting refrain.
Hey, Karen?
Yeah, Mike?
I see dead.
Yeah. No kidding.
Delightful, isn't it? Our residents have assembled for a swinging wake, and they'll be expecting me. Please wait here. Enjoy the festivities from a safe distance. We will continue our tour momentarily. Permanecer sentado, por favor.
Spanish? Wait, never mind. Did he just ditch us? I mean, it's hard to tell since he's invisible, but... Mike, are you okay?
Oh, yeah! Yeah, fine. Just having an existential crisis as I reevaluate everything I knew about death and the afterlife and all at once. No worries!
Well, I mean, it's not every day someone is confronted by a hypothetical Class 3 full-bodied apparition, let alone an entire ballroom full of them.
Hey! There's a door at the far end of the balcony. Let's go!
What? No, the ghost host said he'd be back soon.
Yeah, and I'm not wasting this chance to find another way out while he's not looking. Come on!
You heard what he said about deviating from the tour.
I don't trust a word he says, and I'm not going to wait around for him to lead us into the next fresh horror. Doesn't it bother you that this tour feels less like a historic walk and more like an open house? Like we're prospective tenants? I keep getting that vibe. Bad vibes.
No way. We're not even dead.
Not yet. And I don't plan on moving in anytime soon, so let's go.
I don't know. I still feel like he means us no harm. Mike, hey, come back. Mike, this is a really bad idea.
You didn't have to follow me. I figured I'd see if there was another way out from here and then backtrack to you.
I'm not being left alone in this place, even if I do think this is dumb.
Then help me look for an exit. There's a weak light in here, so there must be windows somewhere in this junk. Sheesh, it's like someone really liked weddings. Look at all this stuff.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
We really should go back before we get into real trouble.
Karen, why did the haunt trackers really get canceled?
Wait, you're bringing this up now?
Indulge me.
Fine. Well, because Norm Bloodsoe disappeared last year looking for the spirit of La Llorona. It's still kind of hard to talk about. Why?
Because if we don't get out of here soon, we're gonna disappear too. No one will ever know what happened to us.
Look, Mike, I know you're scared, but my intuition's been telling me the ghost host has been on the level with us from the start. Plus, I have a very, very bad feeling about this room.
I do.
There it is again! Come on, Mike!
As they turned to run out the door, a ghostly manifestation appeared and blocked their way. It was a woman, dressed as a bride, a maniacal smile on her face. She was strangely illuminated, and her heart glowed red with each beat. A gleaming hatchet was clutched in her hand.
I do. I did.
No turning back now, I guess.
Run!
Mike and Karen stumbled through the attic, the ghostly bride gliding silently after them. Amid the bric-a-brac, they saw several portraits of the bride, each with a different groom by her side. And the heads of the men disappeared from their shoulders as Mike and Karen passed.
Here comes the bride.
There's nothing but junk and windows up here. We're trapped.
Maybe we can get one of these windows open.
What, and fall to our deaths?
Beats getting hacked up by a crazy bride.
Alright, kiddies!
Oh no!
Oh my god, it's another ghost!
This way. There's a balcony over here.
How can we trust you?
Would you rather lose your heads?
As long as we both shower in.
Good point.
Right, girl. Help me push it open. Boy, order me that box.
That box? Why me?
Right, off you go then.
Thanks! Come on, Mike, hurry!
Right behind you!
Till death do us part.
Oh, we made it.
And we're outside. See, I told you there was a way out.
Thanks to that one ghost there was. Hey, you've still got his hat box.
He just kind of shoved it into my hands. Wonder what's inside.
Hey.
Ah!
Hey, watch the merchandise, mate.
Don't do that. I hate jump scares. How did your head get in there?
Oh, it's just me little trick there, kiddies. The rest of me is up and down, making sure that Lady Constance don't come out here. They're looking for you. She's a real peach, that one. Loves decapitating and receptions, not necessarily in that order, mind you.
Well, thanks for the save, sir.
Mm-hmm. Now, trust me, I've been there. Now, ain't you lot supposed to be on the tour?
We, got a little lost.
Yeah, you did. And you're looking to get back on the route.
As long as this route eventually leads us off the property.
So you want to go down those stairs at the end of the balcony. You'll end up in the graveyard.
Graveyard? We gotta walk through a graveyard?
It's a lovely night for a midnight stroll. Don't knock until you try it, boy. Anyway, you should be able to pick up the tour from right there. Just stick to the main path and you'll be right as rain.
Thanks for the advice.
Don't mention it. Good luck and all that. Afraid I gotta pop up back to my, body. Toodle pip.
He's gone.
And so should we. Come on.
You know, for a cloaked figure with an evil grinning face, he was surprisingly friendly.
Let's just hope he's not leading us into another trap. I really don't like the idea of traipsing through a graveyard.
You really ought to be more trusting. None of this would have happened if we had just stuck with the ghost host to begin with.
I'm just supposed to trust the ghost host? The guy we saw hanging from the rafters?
I mean, we gotta trust somebody. We don't know where we're going. He at least has something going for him.
Maybe, but at least we're outside now. That's something, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Our adventurous pair descended the steps to the ground level and began their walk through the private burial ground, trying to find their way out of this living nightmare.
Something's coming. You see that light?
I recognize that guy. It's the caretaker. Hey! Hello?
Now what in the Sam Hill are you two kids doing out here this time of night?
We're lost. We're trying to find our way out. A puppy!
Oh heck, this skinny old thing? I've had this dog for as long as I can remember, which is... I don't remember. You can pet him, though.
Oh, he's really cute, but Karen, now is not the time.
Oh, but he's adorable. But you really ought to feed him more. He's pretty skinny.
Ain't my fault we're both living on scraps. My bosses are a bunch of deadbeats. Yeah, no offense. Yikes! It's happening again! Y'all better run!
Wait, come back!
We should follow him. He's taking the main path.
Good idea. Something's definitely happening.
When the cryptors creak and the tombstones quake, spooks come out for a swinging wake. Happy haunts materialize and begin to vocalize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. Now don't close your eyes and don't try to hide, or a silly spook may sit by your side. Shrouded in a daft disguise, they pretend to terrorize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. As the moon climbs higher the dead oak tree, spooks arrive for the midnight spree. Creepy creeps with eerie eyes and harmonize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize. When you hear the knell of a red wheel bell, weird glows gleam where spirits dwell. Restless bones etherealize, rise the spooks of every size. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
There was music all around them, and the sky was filled with wispy spirits. They passed a group of minstrels who paid no attention to their presence. One was playing a bagpipe, another a harp, and another a horn. There was a hunchback playing a flute, and a cadaverous drummer pounding out the tempo on a gravestone. A group of cats and a family of owls joined in with spooky harmony. There was a king and a queen balancing a teeter-totter on a gravestone, and a duchess sipping a cup of tea. They saw a hearse stuck in the mud. The coffin had slipped out, and its contents, a shrouded corpse, also was sipping a cup of tea. Behind the hearse on a hill, a group of ghosts were enjoying a bicycle ride through the tombstones. A huge masked executioner was singing a duet with a decapitated knight, who held his singing head in his extended hand.
I just realized something.
That we're doomed.
No. Look at these ghosts. They're from all over the world and from different eras. It doesn't add up. How did they all get to this mansion?
Beats me. I'm not gonna stick around to ask them. Any sign of that caretaker?
No, I think we lost him. It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
or a human in a ghost stack.
Clumsy. But passable.
There's so many! I have no idea if we're going the right way anymore.
We could always stop and ask for directions.
Oh, no way. I'm not gonna get in the way of their party. Is that the axe that the executioner was holding? It was way bigger than the one that crazy hatchet lady had.
But these ghosts are just like hanging out, having fun, vibing, you know? I mean, that hat ghost was friendly enough. Maybe these are a bunch of happy haunts.
Again, hatchet lady.
Just trust me for once, okay? Please, Mike.
All right. We'll do this your way. I'm sorry. Who or what do you want to talk to?
Okay, let's see. What about... Oh, those guys up ahead. They look like well-traveled spirits. Hey, you three, which way to the exit?
They're pointing with their thumbs. Oh, great. Hitchhikers.
Thanks! And no, we don't have a car. Sorry. I guess we go where they're pointing? Oh, God! Stupid bird! Go dive bomb somebody else already!
Beware, my friends! They may try to follow you home!
What are you talking about, freaking bird?
Mike, look, up ahead!
A crypt? This whole trail led to a crypt!
Yeah, but look! It bisects the fence! I bet if we go through there, it'll take us out.
When was the last time a crypt was a passage in or out of a graveyard?
Well, think about it, symbolically. A passage from the land of the dead to the land of the living, or vice versa. I mean, whoever built this place was definitely an eccentric. That, or there's a secret passage. Based on what you told me about Lafitte, he could have built a smuggling tunnel, or...
Karen, you don't have to convince me. I'm gonna trust you on this one, like I said. I just hope for the best. Also, that was a pretty solid theory. I like that.
Thanks, Mike. Let's go. What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I just stubbed my toe. I can barely see in here. It's way too quiet. Kind of miss the singing now. But here's just...
Don't say it. Not here. Don't want to jinx this. Let's just stop for a sec and let our eyes adjust.
Right. Hey, about earlier, You were right. I should have believed you.
Well, don't mention it. You were scared. Heck, so was I. I just didn't want to show it.
I still don't know if I can take in everything I saw. My whole life, I go on thinking ghosts are fiction, and now?
Mike, all good paranormal investigators are skeptics first. I was expecting, I don't know, a couple weird feelings and maybe a shadow on the wall at most in that mansion. Not something like this. I'm sorry I dragged you in here.
I'm sorry I doubted you. Are we still cool?
Honestly, there's no one I'd rather traverse a haunted mansion with.
There you are. And just in time. Did you enjoy your visit?
Hey, not really. Thanks for asking. Where were you when the wacko bride was trying to decapitate us?
I told you would not be harmed, as long as you did not stray from the tour. It is good to see you both made it intact. Not to mention you seemed to have reached the tour's end, all on your own.
We did very much enjoy the tour, sir, and appreciate the opportunity to explore your, lavish home.
We find it delightfully unlivable here in this ghostly retreat. As you have seen, there are several prominent ghosts that have retired here from creepy old crypts all over the world. But there's always room for one or two more. Perhaps you would be interested in making final arrangements?
Hard pass!
Yeah, me too. We're not quite ready yet.
Not dead.
Very well. If you should decide to join us, simply bring your death certificate. Thank you for spending some time with us.
The exit really was in this crypt.
Told you.
Come back again. Bring your friends, if they'll believe the stories you'll tell.
We'll see. Thanks again. Come on, Mike.
Wait, what's with these big mirrors in the walls?
Oh, there's a little matter I forgot to mention.
Oh, Karen! There's a ghost behind you! I can see it in the mirror!
What? There's nothing there. But there's one behind your reflection, too.
They have selected you to fill our quota, and they'll haunt you until you return. Now, I'm afraid I must depart. It's midnight. Pleasant dreams.
We hope you have enjoyed our brief sojourn into the past, intrepid listeners, and that this Halloween has brought you ghoulish delight. For the past 8 years, we have been grateful to serve you, and are no less thankful for your continued patronage at our humble establishment. We hope that, when we rise again next year, you will be here waiting for the next course. So until next week in Wien, hurry back. We've been dying to have you.
Midnight Marinara is written, produced, directed, and mixed by David King, with assistance from Kaela King. This episode featured the voices of, in order of appearance, Matt Holley as the narrator and the Hatbox Ghost, Rachel Hanson as Karen, Ben Spiegel as Mike, Nick Barbera as the Ghost Host, David King as the Raven and the Caretaker, Kaela King as Madame Leota, and Marelle Berry as Constance. The story and song revisited was written by David King, based on the original script for the record credited to John R. Wood, and first performed live at Midsummer Scream 2019. Special thanks to AJ Dana, our original Ghost host, for lending his talent to that production. The music was performed by Windows to Sky. You can listen to more of their work at windowstosky.com and be their friend at windowstosky.com/keepintouch. Our opening and ending themes are by John King. Do you feel the spirit moving through you, or is that just an unexpected chill? You can keep your own spirits up and come out to socialize by subscribing to this podcast and leaving us some feedback with a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. You can also email us at midnightmarinara@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at ScarySauce. Thank you for joining us for our 8th anniversary, and have a beautifully bewitching All Hallows Eve.